भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणि निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणि। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Today we will learn a sloka from the second canto of Bhagavatam, and this sloka tells us the benefits of meditating on the lotus feet of the Lord and benefits of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. So let's recite. पिबन्ति ये भागवत आत्मनः सताम् कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संभृतम् पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताशयम् व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्. We'll learn this line by line. First line, Naimisha. पिबन्ति ये भागवत आत्मनः सताम्
पिबन्ति ये भगवता आत्मना सताम्। पिबन्ति ये भगवता आत्मना सताम्। पिबन्ति ये भगवता आत्मना सताम्। पिबन्ति ये भगवता आत्मना सताम्।
कृषिवा. कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संभृतम्.
कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संभृतम्। कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संभृतम्। कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संभृतम्। कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संभृतम्. Next chapter,
Yes, Krishna.
विषयविदूषिताश्रयाम् पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताश्रयाम् पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताश्रयाम्.
Next, Vrinda Prema Matusi. Vrajanti Charanasarvaruhantikam.
व्रजन्ति तच्चरणासरुहान्तिकं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणासरुहान्तिकं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणासरुहान्तिकं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणासरुहान्तिकं. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam.
Hasani. Pibanti ye bhagavata atmanas satam.
पिबन्ति ये भागवत आत्मना सताम्
कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संभृतम्
कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतम्
पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताशयम्
पुनन्ति ते विदूषिताशयम्
व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्
व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्. Thank you.
Yes, Prabhuji.
You will recite or you want me to?
No, Prabhuji, I'll repeat after you.
पिबन्ति ये भागवत आत्मनः सताम्
पिबन्ति ये भागवत आत्मनः सताम्
कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संभृतम्
कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतम्
पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताशयम्
पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताशयम्
पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताशयम्
पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताशयम्
व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्
व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु.
Next, Chinmay. पिबन्ति ये भागवत आत्मनः सताम्
पिबन्ति ये भागवत आत्मनः सताम् कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताशयं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी.
Thank
हरे
you.
कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम. पिबन्ति ये भागवतात्मनः सताम् कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताशयं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्. थैंक यू प्रभु जी. हरे कृष्ण, दंडवत प्रणाम.
Arti Gantam.
पिबन्ति ये भगवतात्मनः सतां कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ये विषयविदूषिताशयं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्.
Thank you. Next.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम. पिबन्ति ये भागवत आत्मनः सतां कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताशयं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्.
Thank you. So we'll discuss the meaning. Other devotees can recite at the end. Yashoda, you can recite at the end. Pibanti ye bhagavata atmanas satam. Pibanti means to drink. So as you must have studied in the first canto, Nigama kalpataror galitam phalam. Who knows the shloka? Nigama kalpataror. Yes, Krishiva.
निगमकल्पतरुगलितफलं सुखमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसपालय मूढहोरसिका भुवि गमुखाः.
Pibanti ye bhagavata, Nigama kalpator galitam phalam. In that, Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam is mentioned. Pibata means you drink. Same thing is mentioned here, Pibanti, drink. So you, in the first canto, it's recommended that we drink the nectar of Bhagavatam. In the second canto, the effect of drinking the nectar of Bhagavatam is described. Pibantiye, one who drinks the nectar of Bhagavata. The nectar of Bhagavatam as described by a devotee while glorifying the pastimes of Krishna, the names of Krishna, the forms of Krishna. If you drink the nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam, Satam, as devotees are narrating them. So we need to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from those who are following the footsteps of the Parampara, Vaishnava Parampara. If we hear Bhagavatam or Krishna's pastimes from someone who is not bona fide, someone who is not following the footsteps of the Parampara, someone who is not worshipping Krishna, then that will not have a purifying effect on our consciousness. As it is said in our scriptures, that Avaishnava mukhodgirnam putam harikathamritam shravanam naiva kartavyam sarpa uchishta yathapayah. So milk is very nourishing food item, but if we eat, if we take that milk which is touched by the lips of a serpent, it will have poisonous effects, right? So milk you can drink nicely, but if snake has drunk some milk in a cup, so there is Mahaprasad of snake, will you be comfortable to drink that snake's remnants? It's very poisonous, isn't it? Similarly, Krishna's pastimes are great. But if those pastimes of Krishna, the qualities of Krishna are being narrated by someone who is not a devotee of Krishna, that narrations are tinged with some materialistic conceptions and bona fide, unauthorized explanations that will not improve our consciousness. On top of it, they will degrade our consciousness. Therefore, we have to hear Bhagavatam from Satam, devotees. Satam prasangan mama virya samvido. In the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Kapila says, we need to hear Bhagavatam from Satam, devotees who are practicing Bhakti Yoga. And when we hear like that, then our love for Krishna will increase, right? So we'll go from the lower stages of bhakti to higher stages of bhakti. We'll traverse from the stage of Shraddha, faith, to the stage of Prema, love. Okay? So we need to hear Bhagavatam from the representatives of great acharyas. Okay? Kathamritam. Katha means narrations of Krishna. Amrita means nectar. All the pastimes of Krishna or descriptions of Krishna's Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela are like nectar. Kathamritam. Shravana puteshu samhritam. So, pibanti means to drink. We generally drink from our mouth. But the Kathamrita of Krishna must be drunk through Sravana puteshu. Sravana puteshu means the ear holes. So, if we drink nectar of Bhagavatam from our ear holes, samhritam, if we fill our ear holes with the nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam, what will happen? There are two benefits. Benefit number one is in the third line. What is that? Punantite vishaya vidushit ashayam. Ashayam means aim, goal, right? Or dreams. You understand? Many people have these goals. You ask any student, what's your goal? I want to become a doctor. I want to become an engineer. I want to become a journalist. I want to become, what was that? I recently met Shweta and she was asking, I want to become lawyer, right? Lawyer. She wants to become lawyer. When she was in 6th standard, she wanted to become a businesswoman. Now she wants to become a lawyer. So there are so many ashayams, right? So for to earn our livelihood, to live in this world, to maintain our body, we need to have some goal through our studies and career. So there are career goals. But along with the inevitable goals that we set to live in this world for self-preservation, there are also other goals. What are the goals? They are goals of sense gratification, the goals of sense enjoyment. Vishaya. Vishaya means sense enjoyment. Vidushita means that which is contaminated. In this world, our ashayam, our goals are often contaminated by the desires for sense enjoyment. Vishaya vidushita ashayam. Our goals are contaminated by sense enjoyment. Because in this world, we need some money, livelihood. We need to earn some money for maintaining body and soul together. To that degree, we can set some goals, career goals, and then we can just explore them, try to attain them. However, when the goal of a person becomes sense enjoyment, to attain that goal, one may get into some illegal means, illicit means, dishonest means. One may compromise on one's integrity and loyalty and honesty and truthfulness and try to earn money and sense gratification by some unmentionable ways, right? That's what Ajamil was doing. What was Ajamil doing? He had to enjoy, he wants to enjoy with that Dasi, and then he was beating people, cheating people, looting people. He was accumulating money by gambling. He was threatening people that I'll kill you, give me your money. Okay, so that's how people may want to earn money. One may not do it grossly, one may do it subtly. One may accept bribes, one may threaten people, one may do many things. Okay, I don't know all of that. But when our goals are contaminated by desire for undue, unnecessary sense gratification, then we may live happily in this world for some time, but ultimately that will take one to hell, right? So karma one will acquire. So Vishaya Vidushita Asayam, the aspirations that are contaminated by desire for sense enjoyment are Punantite, purified. To purify our aspirations, we need to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. The first effect of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam is purification of our aspirations. Let our aspiration be pure. There is nothing wrong in earning livelihood and earning money or attaining some career goals, but they need to be done with integrity. They need to be done with honesty, right? Not in the way of pulling down people and then taking ourselves up. not with envy, not with pride, not with overindulgence in sense gratification, not just living a life centered on eating, sleeping, mating, defending only, not living a life keeping spirituality completely aside. So when we hear Srimad Bhagavatam, our aspirations will be purified. We'll get pure aspirations. So the goal of my life is prema pumartho mahan. The goal of human life is ultimately to develop Krishna prema. And I need to do the needful in attaining my livelihood. That's all I need to do. So we need to have the right self-awareness, and we need to work for self-preservation, and ultimately we need to do selfless service of Krishna. So if we focus only on self-preservation and doing whatever is needed, whether it is appropriate or inappropriate, if we keep on doing that, just keeping self-preservation as the focus without self-awareness. What is self-preservation? Maintaining the body. Their self-preservation, self is body. So next, self-awareness. The self is Atma, soul there. Self-awareness means we need to be aware of what am I? I'm not this body, I'm the soul. So when we hear Srimad Bhagavatam regularly, we are reminded that we are spirit soul. We are parts and parcels of Krishna. We are minute fragmental parts of the supreme spiritual personality Krishna. And our real happiness is in loving devotional service unto Krishna. And that reminders we keep getting by regularly hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, isn't it? Now, there is another shloka in the 4th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. This comes as a part of the prayers of Prithu Maharaj. You know Prithu Maharaj, right? So he offers prayers to Lord Vishnu when he appears in front of him. He says that when we hear Bhagavatam from great souls, because these great souls carry the lotus feet of Krishna within their hearts, whenever they speak, the saffron dust particles from Krishna's lotus feet emanate from their mouths. And the sound vibration that is carrying the dust of Krishna, when it enters into the ear holes, what will happen? That will give reminders to us. My dear sir, you are a soul. You are a servant of Krishna. You are not this body. Don't just spend all your time 24/7 only for self-preservation. Please have some self-awareness. What you are, please understand. Your real identity is a servant of Krishna, and your real happiness lies in service to Krishna, love for Krishna, and receiving that love from Krishna. So the greatest happiness that a soul derives is in one's loving relationship with Krishna, not in anything else. Yes, as long as we live in this material world, we need to do the needful to maintain ourselves for self-preservation, but not at the cost of compromising on real self-awareness and selfless service to Krishna with that self-awareness, right? So when we hear Srimad Bhagavatam regularly, our aspirations, contaminated material aspirations, are purified. Oh, I'm cheating this person for my own benefit. We feel guilt when we have the background of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, I'm speaking these lies. I'm being untruthful. I'm not not showing integrity in my dealings. So whenever we are doing something wrong as a part of living in this world, the Bhagavatam knowledge, Bhagavatam wisdom that we carry in our hearts will remind us. Okay, please do this. Please don't do this. Please do this. So like that, our aspirations are purified. Our activities are purified. Our eating, sleeping, mating, defending. So they will be very pure when we constantly hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Our eating habits will be regulated. Our sleeping habits and all, whatever we do for our self-preservation will be more streamlined and purified by regularly coming in contact with the knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatam. Otherwise, we don't know what is right, what is wrong, what is auspicious, what is inauspicious. And we keep some aspiration, I need to attain this, and by hook or crook, we try to attain that, keeping aside the spiritual wisdom and teachings. So first effect of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam is punantite vishaya vidushitashayam. Our material contaminated aspirations are purified. First is purification of aspirations. Second is Vrajanti tacharana saroruhantikam. Vrajanti means to go, to attain. What? Tacharana, the lotus feet of the Lord. Saroruha. Saroruha means that which is born out of a saras. That is lotus. Lotus takes birth from the water. Therefore, it is called Saroruha. So, Krishna's feet are so beautiful like lotuses. Therefore, they are called Charana Kamala, Pada Kamala, or Charana Saroruha. Okay. Charana Saroruha Antikam. At the end of life, we will be able to attain the Lord. We will be able to attain Krishna's lotus feet. We will attain spiritual world. How? By remembering Krishna at the time of death, we attain Krishna. How can that remembrance be possible? By regularly hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, by regularly coming in contact with spiritual discussions amongst other devotees. Pibantiye Bhagavata Atmanasatam. If you are accustomed to drinking the nectar of Krishna Katha, Krishna Kathamritam through our ear holes in the association of devotees, naturally we will remember Krishna at the time of death and we will attain Krishna. What does Krishna say in the 8th chapter? If you remember me, you will attain me. If you remember me at the time of death, you will attain me. Yes, Yashoda. What's the shloka? Okay. If you remember Krishna at the time of death, undoubtedly we will attain Krishna. So what makes sure that we remember Krishna at the time of death? Krishna says in the same series of shlokas, Krishna will say, what is that shloka? Anyone remembers? Yes, Krishiva. Not this one, by the way. Thank you for the shloka. This is whatever you remember, you will attain that. That's what Krishna said there. Anyone? Okay. You're right. Tasmat Bharat Sarvatma is correct. But Gita shloka I was trying to. Tasmat Bharata Sarvatma Bhagavan Ishvaro Harihi is definitely correct. We should always remember Krishna's lotus feet, hear about him, chant about him. So that makes one attain Krishna. But Tasmat only is the beginning of this shloka. Yeah, please.
Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu bhavalu swarayitya vayarpita balo buddhir vabhe shatya satsayah.
Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu. Therefore, at all times, you remember me. Mam anusmara, remember me. Yudhyacha, perform your duty of fighting also. So Krishna is not eliminating the need for self-preservation. Arjuna has this duty of yuddha. Okay, he has to fight. We have our duty, right? We have to study as students. We have to teach as teachers. We have to do business as business people. We have to fight cases as lawyers. We have to do this, we have to do that. So you don't compromise on that. Yudhyacha. Tasma sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmara yudhyacha. Krishna said yudhyacha also and anusmara also. Remember Krishna while you are pursuing your whatever you need to do in your material life for self-preservation. So do both parallelly. That's what Krishna is saying. Then you will be able to attain Krishna at the end of life. So where are we? Yeah, Vrajantita Charana Saroruhantakam. We will be able to attain Krishna. So two benefits of regularly drinking the nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam from devotees. What are they? Purification of aspirations, attaining Krishna's lotus feet in the spiritual world. So with this, we'll conclude today's discussion on this beautiful shloka. Try to memorize this as much as possible. Yes, who can recite now? Yashoda, you recite.
Yes, Prabhu. Pibanti Bhagavatatmanasatam Katamritam Shravana Puteshu Sambritam Punanti Te Vishaya Vidushitashayam Rajanti Tacharana Saroruhantikam. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Shubha Prasanna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. Pibanti ye Bhagavata Atmana Satam Kathamritam Shravana Puteshu Sambritam Punanti te vishaya vidusita sayam vrajanti tacharana saroruhantikam.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी। पिबन्ति ये भागवतात्मना सतं कथामृतं श्रवणपुतेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताशयं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणशरोरुहान्तिकम्। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी धन्यवाद। पिबन्ति ये भागवतात्मना सतं कथामृतं श्रवणपुतेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ते विदूषिताशयं व्रजन्ते चरण सरोरुहन्तिकम्। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी धन्यवाद प्रणाम।
Thank you. Then Inha Seghal Madhuri.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी धन्यवाद प्रणाम। प्लीज से दर्शन प्रभु जी।
Yes. Something like Pibanti ye bhagavata atmanas satam. Second shloka here.
पिबन्ति ये भागवता आत्मना शतं कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ते विषयविभूषिताशयं व्रजन्ति तच्चरण सरोरुहान्तिकम्। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी धन्यवाद प्रणाम। बहुत ही सुंदर क्लास था। धन्यवाद प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। पिबन्ति ये भागवतात्मनः सतां कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ये विषयविदूषिताशयं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्।
Next.
यस प्रभु जी। पिबन्ति ये भागवतात्मना सतां कथामृतं श्रवणपुतेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताशयं भजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्। थैंक यू प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्णा धन्यवाद प्रणाम।
Next. Yes, Nimisha.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम। Two benefits of hearing about Krishna. पिबन्ति ये भगवता आत्मना सता कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ते विषया विदूषिताशयं व्रजन्ति तच्चरण सरोरुहान्तिकम्। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम। पिबन्ति ये भागवत आत्मनः सतां कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताशयं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी धन्यवाद प्रणाम। पिबन्ति ये भागवतात्मनः शतां कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताशयं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्।
Next. Srilakshmi.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी humble pranams. पिबन्ति ये भागवत आत्मनः शतां कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताशयं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्।
Thank you. Next. I invited someone.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। पिबन्ति ये भागवत आत्मनः सतं कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतं पुनाति ते विषयविदूषिताशयं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणामम्।
Next.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणामम्। पिबन्ति ये भागवतात्मना सतां कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताशयं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्। थैंक यू प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम।
Thank you. Next.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी धन्यवाद प्रणाम। पिबन्ति ये भागवत आत्मना शतं कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताशयं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्। हरे कृष्ण।
पिबन्ति ये भगवत आत्मना सतां कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताशयं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्। Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Pibanti ye bhagavatatmana shatam kadamrutam shravana puteshu samratam punanti te vishaya vidushatashayam vrajanti ta charana saroruhantikam. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Anyone else? Dhanalakshmi Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी धन्यवाद प्रणाम बिबन्ति ये भगवतात्मनः आत्मनः कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताशयं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्. Thank you, Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी धन्यवाद प्रणाम पिबन्ति ये भागवता आत्मनः सताम कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ये विषया विदूषिताशयं व्रजन्ति तच्चरण सरोरुहान्तिकम्.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी पिबन्ति ये भागवत आत्मना सतां कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताशयं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणं सरोरुहान्तिकम्. Thank you, प्रभु जी.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम पिबन्ति ये भगवत आत्मना सतां कदामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताशयं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्. Thank you, Prabhu.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी धन्यवाद प्रणाम पिबन्ति ये भागवत आत्मना सतां कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ते विषया विदूषिताशयं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्. हरे कृष्ण.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी धन्यवाद प्रणाम पिबन्ति ये भागवत आत्मना सत्तां कथामृत श्रवण पुतेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ते विषयान् विदूषिताशयं वर्जन्ति तच्चरणा सरोरुहन्तिकम्. थैंक यू प्रभु जी. हरे कृष्ण धन्यवाद प्रणाम.
Anyone else?
पिबन्ति ये भगवतात्मना सतां कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ते विषय. Prabhuji, my name is coming over there. I'm not able to see it. 1 second. Yeah. पुनन्ति ये विषयविदूषिताशयं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहन्तिकम्.
Shailaja Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी पिबन्ति ये भागवत आत्मना सतां कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवरं पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषणा सतं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hasini, your last.
पिबन्ति ये भागवत आत्मनः सतां कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संवृतं पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताशयं व्रजन्ति तच्चरणसरोरुहान्तिकम्. हरे कृष्ण. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. We'll meet next week with another shloka. Thank you very much.